It's a bit warmer. I've turned the heater off for a bit. The netting's turned up. So it's 2 metres by 50 metres. Scaffold netting, same as the other, same as that one. But it's black. Obviously when I tie it with them black cable ties you'll not see it, that's one thing. And the other is the pigeon droppings. Shouldn't show up as much. I know it's white, but so even that's full of black crap on the other one. So, and also I spotted these on Marketplace. I can't remember, they come from the other side of Manchester, but they said they were coming in this week and they were going to deliver them. 15 quid a pair, which I thought was a bit, but when I looked at the measurements, look at that. And if I stick a piece of that around the top, they'd not be far off, would they, when they're painted? So what's the chances of that? So in a road, they just delivered them to the door at home. So now we've got matching beds all the way around. And we'll have it summer when they're all painted and got them caps on. So, that wasn't a bad farm, was it? I was thinking what I was going to do. I was going to take them out and put pots back in, but now that's made my mind up. They're pretty neat, then. Enough identical. Well, they will be. I've finished them. Don't know there. Torpedo boxes, bazookas. They come from Bulgaria, I think it's that. Could be anything. I don't think it's bodies, they're not quite long enough. There you go. Belting. And we've got our net. So all systems go on that. Yeah. So we've just found an old scrap piece of 2x1. I'm going to put it on there, if you look, on the top, just behind that ledge anyway, that I'd have to cut off. Look at that. Near enough to right out, so if I put that on there, and another piece that way, it's a thinner piece, near enough be matching. A good start. Made to measure them. They're just a bit, slight bit thinner, but it doesn't matter. And for tomatoes, the roots will go right down, they've got 18 inch nearly there, 16 inch anyway. So there's loads of room, get probably 4 tomato plants in each trough, give them a bit of room. So we've got 16 tomato plants we can fit in here, and then we've got a nice wide ledge there, put some peppers on. And we've still got a path in the middle. So they'll be belted. It was a good find. See you in a bit. Building up now a trampoline pile again. A 10-foot trampoline down a load of bits of metal. Ready for the next build. So on a 12-foot here means these just measured it out, so with a 12-foot one here with a foot path either side. A bit of jiggling about with them beds, be alright that. That'll be our last one then. We'll have a path along the back, a little bit shorter. Around the back there. Yeah, just ending with straightening these beds now. I'm pinning them in because my drill's charged up. We'll see where it steers. Not shy at all, this robin. It's well fed in here, don't you, lad? It's a cheese. Something spooked him. Hey, we're back. Still warm as toast in here. 16 degrees. Lovely. Right, with a bit of a show on our seeds. I know it's only the lettuce and that will grow anywhere like, but let's get that up. There you go. So hopefully the others will be out. I've done my backing yesterday with all that digging, so I'll not be doing any work today. Look at that. See how lovely and warm it is in here. Out. But I planted some seeds because it's seed planting time, so I'll clear this off in a minute. I'll plant a few seeds, start some off. There. I'll turn this fire off too because it's too warm in here. See you in a bit. Sorted out a collection of seeds and what we're growing there now. Just found all these and they're all old seeds from years ago. They're all like flowers and they're all flowers. I've got that little empty bed there. So them bulbs will all come up there now, you can see them. So they'll be full soon. So what I'll do with these, just for an experiment, because they're only wasted anyway, they're just in there. All like the catalogues and that. I'm just going to put them all in there and just give them in there and see what happens. Just mix them up with a load of compost. I'll not do them all obviously, otherwise it'll take over the greenhouse I think. I'll pick a few out and just mix them in. I'll do that and then I'll get on with some of them. Basically I've emptied the contents of them onto the mixed pepper into it. So I'll mix out some compost now and just sprinkle it on there and put some compost on. See what happens. Should be a burst of colour in summer, hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, got a sore back this morning. I've just been tidying up a bit, doing little jobs. Finished this hoop now here, so this is ready for plastic on for the pumpkin. That's all done. I've lowered it down a bit because plastic's only 1 metre wide and that was over 1 metre. But this one's only for net, so it's a bit higher. So I've used what tube I had left. I need 2 more pieces, and that one's ready for netted. This one, that's ready for plastic now. And I can get around. I need 2 people to do my plastic. But I'm alright on my net, but I need 2 hoops for my net, so can't do nothing there. Just took this wood off this door because when I made the door frame, it's a bit crap, this one. I was going to replace it with one of them things, but it's alright, it works. What I've done, I've just I took the wood off there because it was a bit thin to get in that doorway. So I've just made this little latch here that you just push the door, pull the latch, off it opens. It's a lot wider there. It's a lot wider now without that wood on. So I can walk straight in now, no problem. It's a nice wide doorway, so well, it's not wide, but it's 18-inch wide. It's wide enough. Just that little simple catch, just folding it back because it does rock back a bit. So once you shut it, so let's get it. Close it too and just flip that catch on. And don't drop that drill on your head. It's a big casualty. Yeah, so it just needs a piece of wood on the back end, 2x1. And that'll stop that, close that gap up there. Okey-doke. And someone else do. This is my next job, but it won't be today. Not with my back. So what I'm going to do is lift this bed, cut the ends off a bit, move it back that road. So I've got a wider path up here. Just a little bit thin, that path. Once I get plants in there, I'll be rocking in between, so I'll move it over another foot probably. I'll just have a thinner bed there. No, I'll make another 10-inch. I'll do that. I'll just pull some stone into there. But not for today, that's good. Can you see how thin it is there? The foot there. Not much room. So we'll get another that far. The loads more room. That should be a nice pleaser job. Just take them pegs out, lift it up, cut them off, move it across, move that soil across, level it out there and put some stone back there. About the same width as this one, I think. Yeah, that's about that. 2 feet are not comfortable, so. Do that up there. A nice wide one down there. Should be able to go all the way back now, I think. Yeah. Straight down. So, we didn't do around here, I think. Yeah. I've got a barrow down there, but we'll walk down there. If needs be, I can move them over a bit. It's wide enough walk now. We'll let compost down there. And this extension's another one. And just extend the roof this way, both pitches. So the end of that path there. That's the middle of the plots, that path. Over to the end there, straight across. I'll do a wooden deck inside. Put a back on, a window on this side and a bit of a wall. And then just 2 stanchions on the front so it's open. And I'll track on it there. I can see down the plot. And up there out the window. And I'm sat on the end here. There you go. On my rocking chair. Yeah. Deliverance. Right. I'm running out of small little jobs doing that. They're all big jobs. I'm not pulling my back out and up off work. That's not good. So it's looking nice and tidy anyway. They're going to put scrap, man. The last little bits what we can't use. Probably will be able to use some of these straight bars, to tell you the truth. Probably. Everywhere else is nice and tidy. Tidied all them bars yesterday, all the trampolines are together. All the metal legs and that of trampolines. Loads of it. And then we've got target shed. That's where I put them seeds. I just sprinkle the compost on and a little bit of water. Off they go. This garlic's got flying on here. And the elephant garlic's come up now. And that's all the pink germinal. Everyone's germinated. God. Elephant garlic. And all the iron garlic. Full garlic there. Need some horse mucker in here. There's just 2 rows of spuds going in here this year. On this side. That's being full of spuds. That tent. That's having vegging. That new one down there is having vegging. It's easy, that one, man. Easy. So, if I'm off this weekend, I'll get that netted. But so as I say, I need 2 of us for that. Need 2 of us put plastic on that. I could probably do that net myself, but I need 2 hoops. I might see if Steve's on after. So, yeah. Nice. And another little job. It's a bit, I'm not doing any digging today. You see that corner there? It's a bit awkward getting round there, and it's a bit, I'm going to come straight across there. There's the logs from there, just skim that tree. So all that will be past where them logs are into here. Because that's just where I throw all my twigs in that bottom of orchard. It's got wood mulch and that in there, tree trunks, and I'll move all that over. So it's just skimming the trees. And then we'll have that wider path there. Straight up to compost bins then. In here. I might move that to the other end. Because it's a bit thinner this path now with that being longer. It's past a bit narrow there. Do that being over that end, or I'll double it up that side. Just put it on the floor and have that one running into it. Because I need this path a bit wider here. You see. Now I'm walking into that. So that'll have to go now. So I'll put that the other end and jockey onto the other one to us running into it. And then a nice straight path around here then. So when you get round with a barrow, because all that's going there, that soil. That's going in them new planters in there. And I'll put a bench there. Got one up there. Alright mate. Got one there. Got one of them is. So we clean that up, painted and put that up front of that polytunnel. And it's a little seating area then in there. Because not much. I've tried peas and beans in there last year and that, and the sun comes from over there and lands over there, so really we're getting on with this as well. So it's a bit start growing in that area. So probably there's a couple of flags up at them, there's still I might just get a 3 or 4 flags, just put a row of flags in there and put the bench on. And that'll do that, and then we can get round with Barry all the way around up there. Yeah. They're all little jobs, but they need doing. They're all mounted up now, these little jobs. Get on top of them. And all the painting needs doing, but Sandra's doing that. She came up on Sunday having a meal, so once she gets time, she'll come up and do all the painting in a day. So hopefully, bob on. Right, I think I'm going to go home now for a bit. I'll come back after see if Steve's on. I've turned the heater off now because it's warm in here anyway. It's 15 degrees, so I'll leave that off till later. I'll put it on later before I go home. I'll come back later and we'll see you then, hopefully. See if we can get someone else done. See you in a bit. Another invention I'm going painting. You all guess what that is? You would say a window opener, ain't you? No, it's not, it's a door handle. Watch. Good. Just get a finger grip in the back of it, like. Need another one for there now. Hey, good done it. down in his yard. That patent, that one. See you in a bit. I'm checking out what I've been doing over there, see. Nosy that one.